Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And no, this is not a new rewards track update blog we're going to be taking a look at. We're going to be going back in time to the old Battle Pass controversy. You're right, remember I had a bit of a video back then, and we're gonna go over how Blizzard's own words make them just look stupid. Make them look completely stupid. It's so bad, and it literally says the point that everyone has continued to make about the update to the weekly quest, which has not blown over since the latest change. People are still very upset, and I don't really want to drop it because I'm right there with you. Even though this hasn't been a change that technically benefits me, it's just something that should benefit everybody, and we'll go into that, as well as a buff looks to be coming for the Splendiferous Whizbang, which is good news. So that's really cool. And if you enjoy the content on the channel, if you like, haven't earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like, it helps us out a lot. So this is back December of 2020. Dark Moon Fair era, they launched the Battle Pass, promised us as much gold, if not more than before, with changed everything. That turned out to not be so true. It went through multiple iterations. This was the final blog before the major change that actually made the whole thing better, and there were a bunch of changes to improve things. That was along the lines of removing quests that require legendary cards and arena runs. And if you note, the latest quest, right, you had to use Geppetto or have somebody play a Geppetto to complete that. Almost like that wasn't a good idea, and they have said here these quests are more difficult than intended for players due to the investment necessary. Frankly, these were a mistake and we shouldn't have included them to begin with. They'll no longer be in the quest pool after the update. It just shows, like, already, why was Geppetto in that quest? I'm worried about today. By the way, today that Double Trouble event starts. There'll be packs to get. Don't miss out on that. If they're gonna have the first quest be around a legendary again, because they already kind of nerfed the event XP down to 10 per game no matter how long it is. They're micromanaging all the things that just should not be micromanaged. Like, put your efforts somewhere else other than try to squeeze more time out of your player base. The best way to micromanage squeezing time out of your players, make the game fun. Give us, like, you know, a mass balance change, you know, that'd be great. Although, stay tuned. We might have an update video later today. Maybe, just maybe, stay tuned. Yeah, that, you know, focus on the game, not making these quests longer. But the most embarrassing of the comments is right here. We're changing the weekly quest, win 7 games. That's right, it originally started, I completely spaced on this. It started at 7 games when they launched it. It actually did. They changed it from win 7 games of ranked play mode to win 5 games of ranked play mode. The reasoning being this quest, as a guaranteed weekly quest, feels like it requires too much effort to complete. That's right. 7 wins felt like too much effort to complete. Adjusting the win requirement will ensure that a large number of players will complete this weekly quest and keep up with the rewards. Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that sound better than win 15 games and now win 10, which is still more than this for 20% extra XP? Even Blizzard themselves admitted this is a quest for the average player that is too much effort, too difficult, too frustrating, and it put it to 10 without like a rank thing. And again, that is the solution they need to put in. Just put the rank thing in. Reddit's got your back. They came up with a good idea. Just steal it. The text basically there with your whole like ranked legendary quests and all that stuff. Just do it. But anyways, it is just so funny to see like how things changed. And there's also this one that's pretty funny. We're making small tweaks to certain quests. Some quests simply aren't working as we think they should or are harder to complete than intended. For example, the play 50 corrupt cards had a couple issues, making it harder to complete. Now corrupted cards will properly count towards this quest. We're also reducing the requirement to 30 corrupt cards. They have made it a little bit better with the miniaturized stuff. It started at 60, but it's still above 30. So at least this one's kind of in line with it. But at the same time, it just shows that it wasn't to like get, you know, the player more engaged. It's just to make it more effort, more time. That's literally it. Like, that's what this was saying. And this whole changes that happened with the battle pass stuff was good. And I will note that there was one statement in here that has always irked me. So what's next? As we said earlier, these will not be our final changes to Hearthstone rewards and progression. Like all content and systems within the game, our intent is to release content, monitor feedback and data, make the right choices for our players, not the bean counters, our players. We knew this would be a new and complex system that required iteration. We're committed to short-term changes and a long-term vision to make this a fun and rewarding part of Hearthstone. Again, where's the fun part? I'm looking for the fun of these changes. We also want to strike a balance between making changes quickly, ensuring that we get things right, and we're taking additional time past this point to plan the next round of updates we would like to implement in the future. There were no updates after this. After this change, there was nothing. The only change we've seen to the rewards track, at one point they added a mercenary skin on top of stuff, so whatever, who cares? And now this changed the quests. There's never been any extra gold added to the rewards track, no extra like free cards, nothing. There have been to like the paid track to an extent, but overall in 4 years there's never been an improvement, and now with these latest changes they're just negative. They're not improvements. So this promise of making it more rewarding and fun for the player has never really been fulfilled. The battle pass as it is pretty good. I think most people have been pretty content, but they've never made it any better. And with regards to the weekly questing, the change where they made it like instead of 15 wins, 10 wins, basically having the extra requirements. You look at Hearthstone subreddit, like this is just today or yesterday as you're watching this, top comment, really, 32 miniaturized cards, move my head, win 10 games, right? Like people are still really upset. This sounds like work, showing the posts of all the wins. Like it sounds like a chore. It doesn't sound like having fun in Hearthstone. It's just taking away from everything. Has anyone's else motivation to play just tanked recently? This person's main mode being duels, which got removed because reasons, and the whole quest thing, having to win games, 10 games, just makes it less incentivizing. And there's just still a lot of comments. What do I get for my time? Excuse me for what sins? Here I am holding a miniature. Like, look at that, 8 to 32. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just looks wrong. I don't know how any logical person, again, ever came to that conclusion that this is a good change, and they need to step up and fix this, make that rank thing, do something, because and as I tweeted earlier, there should be compensation for this. There's going to be people that miss their weeklies that normally would have got it, that'll never get those rewards back. I feel like they need to make good on this soon, so I don't keep seeing this every day. The new quests have made me play less, not more, where they say the old weekly quests are doable while not feeling like a chore. I could play decks I enjoyed in the free time I had, and then maybe a few janky decks to complete whatever I hadn't finished on the weekend. Now I just don't have the time to finish the weekly quest, and I don't want to put in the extra time given the diminished rewards. Now the quests feel like a job, and that's not fun. I'm frustrated with the way Blizzard has handled this. If you want more time commitment for players, put in a tiered system. That way the people have more time, will put in more time, and that will increase your player hours. And most importantly, don't nerf the rewards. You're asking players to put in more time, but you're not scaling the rewards the same amount. That's like asking workers to work more hours for less money per hour. Who would want to do that? So again, bringing this up, I know it's not good enough what they've done. People are really upset. New quests are 15 wins again. I guess it's a visual bug, but still, it needs to change in stat, right? Like absolutely sooner than later. And the one positive we'll go over, Gallon, one of the devs on the team, tweeted this out. Demon Hunter, Warlock, and Mage experiments have proved splendiferous. In order to reach a maximum splendiferosity, recalibration of other experiments happening immediately, which means I guess we're going to see buffs to Demon Hunter, Warlock, and Mage, the other decks besides those, right? So you look through, Demon Hunters is doing well because it's just basically a good deck. It's like the nerfed demon deck, right? That it's not bad, but like Deathlight have like a rainbow deck. You've got like this Discover thing from Druid. You got Hunter had like multiple legendary deck. There's all sorts of different stuff, but basically the ones that he mentioned have actually performed pretty well. Unlike Paladin with their freaking like what League of Heroes deck. There's like like the Astral Automaton Priest deck. There's all sorts of different decks out there. The one that adds dual treasures for Rogue. You can expect, I would think, the next balance patch, the next patch, to see some buffs to these Whizbang decks. And if you like playing Whizbang and you'd like to win a little bit more than you are, because I think like globally it has like a 35 to 40% win rate. They're looking to make it a little bit more competitive. I'm sure the decks won't be like super duper busted, but I'm guessing they'll be a little bit more competitive, especially like, can we get rid of cards like Dr. Boom Scheme out of the Warrior deck? It's just so bad, right? So yeah, expect that. And yeah, maybe stay tuned. Later today, there might be some news dropping that I might have something to talk about. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.